Hi there, and welcome to Lisa's Painting Parties. I'm your host, Lisa, and today we're going to do a really fun holiday themed painting. I'm really excited to do this with you to kick off the holiday season. I know in our house we always have our Christmas tree up by like mid-November. We get right into the spirit of it, and we like to have it up for like a good 6 weeks. So I'm not sure if anyone else out there is like that too. But decorating the tree is one of our most favorite things that we do as a family. And so this painting we're going to be doing is we're going to have the background is going to be of the branches of a tree and like lights, and it's going to be a close-up of an ornament. So that's what I'll be walking you through today. This is beginner's level, so I will walk you through it step by step. I'll make sure we get every aspect done perfectly together. You can always pause the video and watch it later, or go back and rewind anything that you need as you go through. This recording will stay up on my YouTube channel under Lisa's Painting Parties, and also on my Facebook page under the videos tab as well. So what you'll need to get started is you need to have a canvas. I'm using a 12 by 16. I really like this size of canvas. I find it like something you can do a pretty easy painting in like a short period of time. I think larger ends up, taking a bit more time, but I really like this size. I find this works really nicely. I have also our paint. So I usually use Artist Loft Flow acrylic paint. This paint just has the names, so it's like red, blue, yellow, black, white. So we're going to primarily use those colors, the three primary colors in black and white. As long as you have those colors, you can paint anything. Sometimes I do dip in to different pre-mixed colors, and that is from Deco Art Crafters Acrylic. So I get these from the Dollarama. These ones dry with like a matte finish. And if I end up like dipping in or using them, I'll let you know. But again, it's not required, and I want you to have fun with it. You can always change things up to whatever your specifications are. Whatever you want to do is all good. And then you have a palette so you can pop paint on. I also have paper towel that's ready to go on the side. And I suggest having at least 3 different sizes of paintbrushes so that you'll be able to do something and cover your canvas really easily with a large paintbrush, a medium size for the medium work, and a fine tip for your fine detailed work. At least those 3 sizes would be great. If you have a variety of other ones, that's great. And again, I'll speak through what I'm using, which type of brush, so you'll know what I'm using at the time. Again, you're more than welcome to change this and do this however you so desire. So feel free to make it your own and have fun with it. All right, so without further ado, let's get started. Now the first thing I'm going to want to do, there goes my light. There we go. First thing I want to do is I want to paint the background on most of my palette black, my canvas black. Oh, did it go blurry again on us? Let's see. It will focus on me a bit. Hopefully it will not go too blurry. If it does, we might have to change things up a bit. I might have to stay in frame. There we go. All right, now we're focused again, I think. So we're good. Okay, let's see if it stays. So now, let's get our black. Okay, and I want this paint. I'm just going to put quite a bit on my paint palette. If you have a canvas that is already black, or if you wanted to do this in advance of painting, that is always a great idea too. In this situation, I did not do that, so we'll do that together. So I'm using my large brush. I'm putting a lot of paint on here, and I'm just going to start putting the black paint on the canvas. And I'm just going to get it on. When I do this part, I do like to make sure that I can't see the canvas at all. Sometimes as you're painting, you'll still see a little bit of the white of the canvas poking through. So just make sure you're going back and getting all of that. And I like to go in kind of like a crisscross pattern. And don't forget to paint the sides and the top of your canvas too as you go. We're doing this black, like a nice dark background, because it's going to show like all the, how deep the tree is. So it's a nice background that way. And then we'll pop some of the few branches on there. So we are a family we have an artificial tree, and we've had the artificial tree for years since we moved out together. And this baby is still looking beautiful and holding up wonderfully. Prior to that, I was very much a real tree kind of gal, and the idea of having an artificial tree seemed absolutely ridiculous to me. Just because the smell of like the pine needles, it's just something really nice about having like, you know, an actual tree in your space. But yeah, after doing the artificial tree, I definitely realized that I much prefer it. So I definitely do not miss the dry pine needles on the ground and stepping on them, because we do like to have our tree up for like quite a while, and it definitely does not stay fresh the entire time when you put it up that early. It's not conducive to that. So I definitely like that. And I also found with my, let's just say, particular nature, I quite enjoyed being able to manipulate the branches exactly where I want them on a artificial tree, where you can't exactly do that on a real tree. You're kind of like whatever, wherever it's going is kind of where everything's going to be, you know? So I do really like the fact that I can kind of like move them and place things where I want and bend and kind of twist. Still make it look pretty. That's definitely the controlling side of my personality. How about all of you? Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know how you what you prefer. If you're like a real tree advocate, or if you're all about having the artificial tree. I'd love to know. Or if you don't have a tree at all. Maybe you have a totally different approach to your holiday decor. I know some people have trees even for not Christmas. Like they'll have like Easter trees or like Valentine's Day trees or like anything. I think that's really cool. I saw like a Halloween tree recently. Very cool. It's like, why not? Especially if it's an artificial tree, like you just have it up all year and just decorate it differently. That sounds like a little bit like too much work for me. I don't know if I want to do that all the time, but I'm just going to get the sides of my canvas as I go. That might be a little bit too much work. I like the feeling too, like once everything's done and the holidays are done, and like cleaning everything up and like packing it all nicely away so it's ready for the next year. I do like the feeling of like the holiday being complete, you know, and then the new year starting. So I definitely like, yeah, I don't think I would want it to be up all the time. Even though I do like having it up for a big chunk of time. It's a lot of work, I find. I know some people put it up like the day before Christmas and then keep it only for like a week or something. Like Christmas is done, they're like, done, put everything away. I'm like, that's a lot of work to just have it for like a week or like a night or something. Ugh, I can't deal with that. No, it's too much work. I need it for much longer than that, for sure. Okay, so I have everything nicely covered. So we're just going to take a moment and let it dry. This part's obviously like, this is the bottom. I flipped it, so let's flip it back. Okay. Okay, and then this area is already starting to be dry. So the next step, what we're going to do is we are going to put in some branches. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to do this with green. Maybe, actually, no, first we're going to use some brown, I think. So if you have brown that's already pre-mixed, you can definitely use that. I know I had some. I don't know if I do right now. Nope, that's definitely black. Let's see. If we don't, we'll mix some. It looks like I have some cinnamon brown. We'll see how much of that's left in there. Okay. It might be just enough. If you don't have brown and you need to mix some, You can do equal parts of red, blue, and yellow, and then you can alter it by adding a little bit more yellow. I usually go more yellowish when I do that. I start with equal and then I go from there. You can get a nice brown going that way. All right, so this is the color brown. This is like I think it's called chestnut brown. It's kind of a lighter brown that came out of the tube. I'm going to use my medium brush. I think we'll start with that one. Yeah, let's start with that one. Cool. And I'm going to put in some of my branches without the little pine needles on them. And they're going to kind of be, I want my ornament to be in the center, but this is the background, so we can make our ornament stick out however we want it to be. So I might have a branch coming this way. Okay, maybe we have one this way. We have another one this way. Another one there. We have another one coming down there. The areas where it's still wet aren't going to pick up your brown as much. And that's okay. Maybe we have another one kind of going like that from that same area there. Maybe we'll have one coming up. There's connected. There's another one there. And kind of mirror that on this side. Okay. Another one here. Yeah, so it's just going to be just to place them. Maybe this one will connect here, actually. I don't know if I want a third one. Okay, let's put the green on and then we'll decide if we want to do any more with these. Okay, so my green, I have green, again, from the Crafters acrylic. You can also mix your own with blue and with yellow. I'm going to use this green and I might alter it depending on how it comes out on the canvas. So I think I'm going to stick with using this brush for now. I might switch over to my finer brush if I don't like how it is going. So I'm going to add a little pine. We can start wherever you want. Let's go with this guy here. So I'm just going to put little lines coming down. And some of them are going to go on top of the brown. Some of them aren't. There we go. That looks cute. Okay, let's do one here. Did I start it? Yeah, I did it from there. Okay, you know what? Actually, let's go here. So I'm starting at the branch and then pulling out. Okay. And coming towards the end. Nice. And they might overlap each other, and that's totally fine. Okay. Do this one here. And I'm kind of going, I'm going all around the branches, because I find that when I start doing a particular type of style or stroke and it kind of becomes repetitive, by the time I get to my last one, it can look quite different than my first one, because I get either into a groove or I don't realize it. So I'm trying to not just go around in a circle, and then like by the time I get to the end, like my brush stroke is different. I'm changing it up so it stays more balanced. So if the brush stroke changes as I'm going through, then it still looks like it makes sense with the rest of the painting. I don't know if that exactly made sense the way I explained it, but someone will be like, I understand. A lot of people will be like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, so let's do it here too. Just the tip of one. Nice. Okay, and this one needs a little bit more green to pop. Makes me feel like I want to do some palm trees at some point. Maybe we should do a nice like palm tree painting in the future. I don't think I've done one yet. Not for a painting party. Ooh, fun. These are cute. Okay, I think I'm going to rotate this. Cool. So we're just going to keep going around and adding your pine needles to each branch. And I should have said, actually, so we need to hang your ornament from one of the branches. So I think this is going to be where mine's going to hang from. So just make sure you have a branch that you could hang it from. And if you don't, you might have to put another branch in, or you might want to rotate your painting. Maybe if you rotate it, you'll see a nice branch that will work for what you want. Oh, this kind of feels like jungly to me. I almost want to do like, I don't know. Maybe I'll keep this idea and maybe do something else. Future, put some like flowers in place or something. So cute. Okay. Okay, so now we want to decide, okay, like, do we like this? Do we want to put some more branches in? Are we happy with how many are here? I think right now I'm feeling pretty good with it. We can always add some more color or texture to the branches in the green if you want. I found that just going over it again with the same color kind of made it pop a bit, because it just came up a little bit nicer on the green. But if you're finding that you'd like a bit more variety, we could always put another shade of green and like add a little bit of highlight, which would be kind of fun. In a way, now that I've just talked myself into doing it, I think. So I think I'm going to go with some yellow. And when I like to lighten my green, I like to use yellow. I feel like it looks a little bit more natural than using white to lighten it, especially when we're doing like plants and grass and anything in nature. So I'm just making a little bit of like a lighter, like a bit of a yellowy green. Oh, I was going to like do it and do it the wrong way. Okay. Ooh, I don't know. Yeah, actually, I'm good. Just put a few little highlights in. Ooh. Nice. I like that actually, yes. Okay. And the thing is with this too, if you find that you've put like too many or too few, you can go back and add more, or you can go back with your original green and you can darken and darken them up if necessary. Okay, cute. To find that one is on top of that other branch. I'm just gonna go with regular green too, and then I see what happened. You know why it looks weird? Because there we go. I'm gonna put that branch in front of it. There, that's better. Okay, cool. Yeah, I do like that. I think that added a little bit more of like a highlight and glow, which I really like. Okay, so the next step is I want to put in all of the colorful lights that are on the tree. So that we're going to do really easily. And we're going to do them with like just like a dot of color. And we're just going to circle it around, essentially. I'll show you what I mean by that. Okay, and I have a neat idea that I want to try with this too. So we'll do that. I don't have the supplies for it right yet, but yes. Okay, so let's get some colors. So I have yellow already. I'm going to get some blue on here. Look, a little dot of blue and a dot of red. It's a little bit more than a dot, but that's all right. We'll get some white in case we need to mix some. I am going to go to my pre-mixed colors and I'm going to grab a little bit of violet. What is happening? It's actually sealed? Oh my. Oh wow, look at that. You fancy dollar store. I don't feel like I've ever had paint that was like sealed from the dollar store. I feel like it's always just been, here I am. Okay. There we go. I also have this like really nice turquoisey, and I have a pink, which is called Tutti Frutti, also deco art. The purple is called Violet something. African Violet, Tutti Frutti, and Turquoise are the ones that I'm using from deco art. Okay, so let's start by putting in some lights. So we have some pretty lights in the tree. Let's go with yellow to start. I'll just put like a light here, and then we put a light here. And we're gonna put a light here. I'm just gonna put like a little dot. They're kind of in the background, you know? Okay, and then I'm gonna clean off my brush, take the excess paint, and then I'm gonna go to my yellow and I'm going to mess it up and swirl it around. And just like swirl it around. So it's kind of like you can't even really see that yellow dot now almost becomes like invisible. Like there's no more like yellow dot. It's just like a swirl. And then what we're gonna do, once we have this swirl, and I want them messy, so you can see it close up. They're kind of like messy. They're not, it's really hard to see. It's very glary. Glary, Larry. Okay, now that they're like that, I'm gonna go back and pop a yellow dot back in the middle of them. Like that. I think. I don't know now. Now I kind of want to, I don't think I do want that actually. I do want it to be a little bit more yellow than what I see, but I do want it to stay messy. So I think I'm not going to have it as a dot. I'm just going to like mess it up a little bit. Yeah, like that. I think that's better. Yes, I do like that. It's almost like blurred as like what's happening a lot of times when you're trying to view what I'm doing. Hopefully you can see that okay. All right. So next up is, let's do red. Red is fun. So should I just do it all in one go? I don't know. Yeah, sure, let's do it. Oh, you know what? Actually, yeah, that works. Okay. Okay. Do we need one? I think we're good. Okay, that's red. I want to put a lot of different colors, that's why. Okay, I'm gonna go now to my blue. So we're just sticking with our primary to start, and then we'll go to this blue is a lot more opaque than the other colors I just used. So I might need to wait till it dries a bit and either take some more of the paint off. Yeah, that's a little better. Okay, that's cute. Okay. All right, and then let's maybe do the pink. The pink also looks more opaque as well, so. Oh, now that I've smeared it, it does not. I think that still works, so I don't know if I want to touch that up anymore. All right, let's do the purple. This purple is very transparent. Don't want any more purple. Maybe like here. Okay. And then we have this like bright turquoise. I think I want to like here. Ooh, this one's also quite opaque. Okay. So now that I've just played with that a bit, I'm going to go back to my yellow and just touch them up a little bit. Because I've definitely become more generous with my strokes and stuff, and I think I want the yellow to stand out a little bit more. So yeah, so if you notice yours is like that too, feel free to go back and touch them up. Yeah, that's cute. All right, and the purple, I can't even see that one. Yeah, I feel like I want another one like here. Maybe I want to do a pink one there. Yeah, I think that's nice. I do think I want one here too. What color shall we do? I didn't even put any white, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Should I do a white one? No, I'll do it like a turquoisey. The turquoisey is kind of giving me a white vibe. There we go. Okay, cute. So yeah, so just take a look and see if there's any other spots you want. And we can always add more after too. I think I do want one up there too. Maybe I'll do that one in pink. Yeah. I think I'm okay right now. Maybe, no, I think we're good. We'll leave it for now, and then I can always add more as you want. Okay. All right, so now we're going to put our ornament in place. And one of my favorite ornaments that we have, which I have not, I should have taken it out so you guys could have actually seen it as well, is like this like vintage looking Santa Claus. It's just like his head, his face with like this big long beard. And so I wanted to recreate that. So that's what I'm going to put in right here. You can feel free to do this one as well, or you can change it up. Another option here, you can put whatever you want really. Another thing that would be kind of nice, and I've seen a lot of different types of paint parties and people online do, you can put like just a solid ornament here. So like a circular like ball, and then just like contour it essentially. And then you can put your like family last name on it, or the year. Something like that would be really nice as well. So that could be something that would be a really cool one to do too. Another option too is you could just put a different type of ornament. You can put a candy cane. A candy cane would be a little bit off, but you could do something else here too. So maybe like a pet that you love, you could do like a little like bone or like whatever you want. So you can do whatever ornament your heart desires to make it fun. So where are we at with time? We got not bad. We made really, really, really good time, it looks like. Okay, so first things first is I want to kind of place the ornament. I'm not going to worry about how it hangs just yet. I want to place where I want my my figure to go. I think I'm going to block it in with my detailed brush. Just have a bit more control over it. And I'm going to use white to start and then go from there. So I think I'm going to have a hat. Do I want the hat to fall back or forward? I think I'm going to have it fall going forward. Ooh, this part's always scary. Okay, what I'm going to make, I'm going to do this, this is the part of the hat. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to fall that way. All right. And then I want to have the hair. So have his hair on his head. It's going to flow around. And then I want the front, his nose. And then he has his mustache. I'm going to tie it in and then we'll paint it all and then figure it all out afterwards. The mustache is going to come like this. Ish. Okay, cool. And then we're going to have his beard kind of come around this way. I have a bad habit of running my hand along my entire painting, which is not usually recommended when you have a wet canvas. So I say try not to do what I'm doing in that regard. Even from some not so happy things. I'm keep looking at like the way it looks on your end, because sometimes when I'm doing it here, it becomes like I'm doing it on a bit of an angle, like I'm on the side. I'm not like straight on. So sometimes I'm doing something and then afterwards I look and I'm like, oh my God, like what did I do? Okay, and what else do you want to go with this crazy beard? I'm gonna do like another one. I have another one coming out. Do you want to go further out? I don't know. Maybe we don't. Maybe we just want it to go like another loopy here, I'm thinking. Of his beard. And then we have like another loopy like here. Yeah, that's like centered enough, I think. Okay, I think that's good. And we could technically clasp him to this one, which I think would make more sense as to where he's landing. So maybe I'll clip him up here. I think that does make more sense, yeah? His hat's weird, but we're gonna go with it. Okay, so let's fill in. I know I want this to be like that fluffy white part of his hat. Okay. And all of this is going to be white, but we are going to add in a little bit of like gray just to give it some texture. And as I'm painting, I'm going with like the curves of like what like of the actual hair. This one's going to, and I think we're going to have another one curl. We have that here. And his hair is going to be like here, like that perhaps, inside of his face there. This is all white in here. And then we're going to have another one maybe like here, like that. But then this one is here, and I kind of think this one should go behind that one. Yeah, this one should take precedence, I think. Okay, so now I'm just kind of blocking in where I think these whirls and swirls should be. Yeah, and when you paint it like in this way, following all of the like strokes of how the, whoa, it looks really white in there. You're not seeing any of the strokes. Let me see if I can show if I go closer. So see, that's what I'm seeing. So see how like I can see all the strokes, and that's really giving it like texture as I'm going. So that's what I'm doing. That's actually what I'm seeing up close as I'm doing this. When I look here, I'm like, oh, I guess you're just seeing a big glare of white. That's not very helpful. C'est la vie, I guess, with my very fancy equipment. Okay, so let's bring this way. So that's why I'm going in the, like following as if I'm painting like the hair going in that direction, so that I can see it on the actual canvas. Okay. Bring that one a bit wider. And then this is going to come down. And then this one, okay. Very nice, very nice. Okay. So then we're gonna just get the inside here. Okay. And we're gonna get the inside here. Okay. And then the inside here. Okay, and then the inside here. Okay, and I'll do it here too. And then in here. All right, so we have all the curls. Again, it's like a, so there we go. You can actually see all the curls and swirls there. I think I'm actually going to widen here a bit more. I feel like his head's too narrow. That looks a little better. Yeah, absolutely, it looks better. Beautiful, beautiful. I do think I want a little curly swirly here. That looks kind of weird. I don't know if I like that actually. A little bigger. I don't know. Soften that a little bit. Okay, yeah, that's a little better. Then I kind of, yeah, that's better. Fine. I'm gonna leave it like that. Okie dokes. So I'm also going to, so my red is very transparent. So I'm going to just put white here. And then when I do the red, it will show up better. I think I'm going to do it fully like that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cute. Okay. Now I'm just going to make kind of like a peachy kind of color for his face. Might be a little bit sunburned. That's okay. It's a little yellowy, but that's fine. Yep. And then okay. You can see some of the strokes a little bit better now, which is good. Okay, cool. So that's the face color. Okay. And then now I want to add a little bit of definition to the beard. And so I'm going to use black to just kind of do a bit of an outline. Actually, no, I'm going to do like a dark gray because you won't be able to see it that well on the background. So let's do that. Let's put a little dollop of black in some white. Okay. And then we're going to Okay, that's what I mean. Oh, I do it so often and I don't learn my lesson. I really like to have my hand down to give me more like control over how my lines are going. And I tend to do that. Ah. So I'm just outlining my swirls in this dark gray. Okay. Okay. And how's that looking from your perspective? Very blocky. That's okay. We can soften these lines afterwards. This is just giving some definition that we need right now. Okay. And then down here. Okay, so now I'm just going to add a little bit of this gray in the beard. I was going with the brush and almost like cleaning up the brush in that process. So I'll show it a little close up. And then I'm going to go back and then go with white to like tidy it up, make it look a little bit nicer.
So then I go with white, and then I might even go over and like make some of the defined lines a little bit messier, because I don't really want them to be like cartoon lines, like I'm drawing this for like a cartoon. I want it to be a little bit more flowy, but I still wanted it defined, which is why I still ended up going and putting those lines in, but I want them a little messier. So I'm just going over with white and putting different little streaks on top of it. I'm still keeping the exterior streak kind of intact. But I am messing up all the rest of it just to make it look a little bit more like wild hair. wild beard hair. Okay, and I just keep getting more white as I go, because I want to make sure that it stands out nicely. Okay. Oh, that's a little bit too much. That's fine. We'll fix that afterwards. That's just background, so we don't have to worry about that one too much. Okay. All right, I'm liking that. That looks very cool. However, there's a few of my gray lines that I've made a little bit too, I took out some of the definition a bit too much. I'm just going to put a little bit back in with the gray now. It's kind of like a play. You kind of go back and forth a little bit with the white and the gray until you get a nice balance of the two. Okay. All right, I think I'm pretty happy with the way that beard looks. I'll show it up close so you can kind of see it a little bit better. That's fun. Look at that beard. So cute. All right, so we're almost done here. We just need to do our hat. So let me just get rid of the darker colors off of that, and let me grab my red. So let's just get my red going in here. I'm just going to fill in kind of like painting it in here, like coloring, kind of like painting. It is absolutely painting. I mean, just like coloring in the lines is what I kind of meant to say. So I'm I'm just coloring and putting my red in this zone. And you can use a bigger brush if you want to. I still want to keep the control with it, so I'm just staying with the smaller brush, even though it took a little bit longer. There you go, kind of cute. All right, and I'm going to do the same kind of thing. So I'm just going to mix a bit of like a gray as well, because I want to do the same thing here, and I want to put a bit of a like line around. Which I'm already not really liking, but that's okay. Oh. Okay, and so now I want to just add a little bit of, like here, it might be a little darker because it's kind of bent. I want to put a little bit of this darker shade here. Okay, I'm going to go back and get the red. Let's just put more red here. And again, I'm going to do the same thing with that line. I'm just going to like mess it up a little bit because it's a little too solid. There we go. Okay. Kind of like a messy-ish red hat, but it kind of just added a bit more dimension to it. I'm going to put a bit of white. I'm going to just put like almost like a little bit of a highlight there and there. Oh, let's get some more white. And then there maybe. Is that where I want it to go? I don't really like that one. Let's get rid of it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Looks very, very cute. And then at the end of his hat, put the little white puffy ball here, like that. Just white paint. Cute, cute. All right, so now let's just put his little, we'll do a little eye, and I'll just make it like that. And then I guess you could probably see his eyebrow as well. So I'm going to just put that in with white. That seems logical. Okay, now let's just make this a little bit more poofier and white. Add a little bit more to that. So I'm just going in and just getting a little bit more of my white on my brush and going on top and just adding a little bit more curved like strokes to kind of to make it feel like that rim of a Santa Claus hat or the rim of the stocking, that fluffy rim like that. I think I like that. I don't know if I'm going to add any more to that. I think I feel pretty good about it. Okay, I like him. All right, so now we need to add our like hook. So I'm just going to get a reference picture just to see how I want an idea of how other people have done theirs. Oh, I like that one a lot. I'm going to do that, I think. Okay. Oh, and this is really cute. It has little like berries on the tree. Oh, that's adorable. Okay. So I think, I don't know, on my ornament, it doesn't have like any metal thing. It's kind of just like stitched into the, yeah, so I'm just going to do it that way. Okay. So, it's just going to be a straight line basically up to that branch there. I think I'm just going to use white to start, and then we'll like that straight line. Okay, and then it would like loop around this branch and then come around that way. So I might have to play with the branches a little bit after. I'm just going to thicken this up a little bit like that. Okay. And then I think what I want to do is I'm just going to add a little bit of texture to it. I think I'm just going to use like black and just put a little bit of a line and get more of that color. Okay. Okay. So I want to, I think, just define branch a bit like that. Okay, and then I think I want some of the green to go kind of like on it a bit. And behind it so I can see. My yellow's a little much. Okay. I feel pretty great about it. I think he looks amazing. And I think I'm done. So I hope you all enjoyed this session of our Santa Claus ornament on a beautiful tree, or that you did your own ornament of whatever your choosing was. So if you did paint along, please take a picture of it and share it with me on my Facebook page, Liza's Painting Party. I'd love to see it. And I hope you all have a fantastic holiday, a great Christmas season if you're celebrating Christmas or any other holiday that you're celebrating during this time, and wishing everyone the very best, and keep painting, stay creative, everyone, and I'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.